What's going on, everybody? If I end this a little early, forgive me. I'm not feeling too well. I'm a little under the weather. So if I end this a little bit early, please excuse me. Understand. Honestly, I wasn't gonna go live, but I was like, you know what? I haven't been posting as much as I want to due to you know things happening in my life. But I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna post on when I'm gonna go live on Wednesday, even though I'm sick. I'm gonna fight through it. If I gotta end this short, I'll end this short. But yeah. But before I get into what's coming up, I never got to give my opinion or my reaction to what happened in Artur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith. As you guys know, I was really excited for this fight. I thought this fight had potential being fight of the year or knockout of the year, and it absolutely was an absolute blowout. Beterbiev pretty much came with a game plan of boxing. Joe Smith came in with a game plan. I guess he thought it was in a ballroom brawl. You don't come at Arthur like that. Like, he came way too aggressive and got knocked out. He got dropped in the first round, dropped in the second round, and then battered in the second round. So I came away really impressed with Beterbiev. I was there live. You know, but Smith, it looked like he wasn't in Beterbiev's league. Like, it just looked like that dude did not belong in the same ring as him. And this was a unification match. He was a champion himself. So it should have been a lot more competitive, but it wasn't. But the undercard fight, Robesi Ramirez versus Abraham Nova, that was a very entertaining fight, as well as a very exciting knockout. So I was expecting the main event to be that. Oh, and although to be fair, I did know that the undercard was going to be good, but I didn't expect it for that to be that. For it to be like that. It was a very entertaining fight. Both fighters were exchanging. Ramirez showed a lot of skill, and then out of nowhere, boom, caught him with a straight left hand, and got a one-punch knockout. What's actually interesting about that, the guy I was sitting next to was it was two Cuban guys, and they were the rowdiest dudes in that whole arena, man. They were screaming and cursing and really chanting on for Ramirez. I had a really good time last Saturday. It was a good night of boxing. Well, at least the undercards. And Carrington looked good. Jahai Tucker looked good. The undercard was a good undercard. It was solid. Coming up, they announced, by the way, that Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz is a pay-per-view. And not only is it a pay-per-view, it's also on a Sunday. I'm like, well, that's weird. That's different. I don't know why they would go against that. If I'm not mistaken, it's September 4th. I'm not sure when is the first NFL game, but if they're competing against the NFL, that would be a bad idea, But the undercard, I think you guys would be interested in. The undercard, you have Abner Mares coming back, making his comeback, which Abner Mares, how long has he been out the ring? He's been out the ring for like 2-3 years. So, if you guys are a big fan of Mares, he's making his comeback. Isaac Cruz is going to be fighting Eduardo Ramirez in a 12-round WBC lightweight title eliminator. I don't know how Eduardo Ramirez is eligible for a title eliminator, but it's a WBC. What else can you expect? And then also Jose Valenzuela will fight former world champion Jezreel Corrales, which that's a fight I actually like. It's a fight that should be competitive, and it shows that they have a lot of confidence in Jose Rayo Valenzuela. It shows that although I believe he only has like 11 fights, they're matching him in tough. They want him to move along the rankings quick and possibly, get a title shot soon. Which, hey, if that's the way he wants to go about his career, it's a breath of fresh air. A lot of times, I feel like fighters take a long time before they get a title shot. Like, no disrespect to Boots Ennis, but if you look at the route he's went, how many fights has he got? He has like 26, 27 fights. He's like 25, 26, like he's already at an advanced age with a bunch of fights and hasn't fought for a title, whether it's his fault or the politics of boxing. My point is, in general, people are now taking a slow route in boxing as opposed to what Jose Rayo Valenzuela is doing. He's going the fast route. Yeah, Luis Rodriguez Smith was not ready. He wasn't. I got to give credit to Beterbiev. He made sure it wasn't ready. Abner Mars is not what I wanted from 2022 or any other year. I mean, Abner Mars, for what it's worth, is a very entertaining fighter. He did have an eye injury, which is why I'm not sure if that's why he has been out the ring or for other reasons. I'm not sure, but he did have a retina tear. Hopefully he got that figured out. And I mean, he has to have it figured out if he's coming back to fight. Polo, he's this dude, man. The Rays, man. The Rays, listen, Yankees are in first place for a reason, man. Let's go Yanks. Let's go Yanks. Let's go. Hey, Broadway. What's going on, brother? Shout out to you. This Saturday, by the way, it's a fight card that a lot of people been talking about. It's Rungvisai versus Bam Rodriguez. That should be a good fight. On the undercard, hold on, let me pull up the whole card because I don't want to do a disservice because it's such a stacked card. I may forget one. I may forget, I may forget a fight. That's a fight that's a card that you just put on and you watch all day. You don't miss one fight. Hold on. And boom. All right. So you got Akbadalia versus Ronnie Rios. This is for the WBA Super Bantam and the IBF Super Bantam. So there's a 2-belt fight. MJ will be making his defense of his belts. Ronnie Rios is the contender. You got Bam Rodriguez. You got Jesse Rodriguez Franco fighting what the hell is that? I'm bugging out. Yeah, that's Rungvisai. I don't know why. Oh, that's his alias. I don't know. That confused me. All right, he's fighting Rungvisai for the WBC championship. Julio Cesar Martinez is fighting McWilliams Arroyo in a rematch. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a head clash, and this is a Puerto Rico versus Mexico fight. That fight should be, I expect Julio Cesar Martinez to win, but I do expect it to be entertaining. Jessica McCaskill is going to be fighting for Undisputed against Alma Ibarra. Raymond Ford, who had a really, really good performance in his last fight, will be fighting Richard Medina, undefeated fighter. This is for the WBA Continental Americas Feather Champion and the IBF North American Feather Champion. The only reason I bring up these, regional titles is because, when you win these regional titles, you do get boosted up a lot in the ranking, especially if you make a defense of it. So this fight definitely has a lot of meaning for both fighters. Both fighters are undefeated, and I'm looking forward to this fight. Nikita Abai, he's actually from Brooklyn, New York. They call him White Chocolate. He's 11-0. He's fighting Noe Larios, who's 14-1. So this is an absolute stacked card. There's nothing you can say about the zone of the quality that they're giving you, and you complain. A lot of people been complaining about the zone and the type of fights they've been giving us. But if we're being honest, they've given us some good fights. They gave us Conlon Wood. That was a good fight. They gave us Cordina Ogawa, which is in the running for knockout of the year. They gave us, Chocolatico fights. This card coming up. The zone has been stepping it up. And also, I do like those Golden Boy cards that they've been putting up. Golden Boy has been putting fight cards on Thursdays, and not all the time are names that you recognize. Not all the times is names that you automatically are familiar with. But to be honest, a lot of them are entertaining. And at the end of the day, what we want for our money is entertainment. That's what we want when we paying our DAZN subscription. We want to be entertained, and if we're being honest, they've been giving us that. They have. They really, really have. Hold on. I'm gonna post a link in the chat for those who want to call in and have a conversation with me, you already know. The Zone has the American pay-per-view star, the European pay-per-view star, and the 2 Asian pay-per-view stars. What 2 Asian pay-per-view stars? Because Inoue, doesn't he fight on ESPN? You know, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know who's the other one. I mean, I guess if Murata is, from what I understand, he's a big deal in Japan. But I'm not too sure about that. By the way, I posted the link in the chat. Let me pin it. I have not pinned it. Let me pin it to the top of the chat. So if anybody wants to call in, just click that link. And, we can have a boxing conversation. I don't know why my computer's freezing. Oh, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I see you guys. I'm going to add you guys right now. Hold on one second. All right. We got Polo. We got Clever. What's going on, brothers?
Oh, you got his annoying ass.
Uh-oh. Why? Oh, hold on. You guys beefing? What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Word.
I just like
word. Hold on. I'm having some issues. Hang on.
No problem. Polo, you were on my show last week. You told me that Joe Smith had no shot against Beterbiev, and you were absolutely right. So on my channel, I want to give you your credit. What credit is due. Shout out to you for getting it right. You definitely predicted that this was going to be an easy one-sided fight. So shout out to you. Yo, you breaking up, bro. You breaking up, Polo.
Yeah, you breaking up bad, G. Can you hear me, Broadway?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
That's word. How you doing, man? I just want to just come on and say hi. I haven't seen you in so long. But I have been seeing your streams, man.
Bro,
I'm good, man.
Been gone for a minute.
Yeah, I've been gone since Canelo Beevil time. Just work, man. Work and better lack of words, just getting my motivation up as far as work goes and just making sure everything's well taken care of at home base. And just busy, man. Just really, really busy. I've been concentrating on that stuff. But the boxing viewership is always up. I've always been watching all the fights, man. I've enjoyed all that stuff.
That's what's up.
And here we are.
This weekend? You looking forward to this weekend with Bam Rodriguez, Rung Visai, yeah,
that whole card. I heard you earlier, sir. That whole card, man. I got SSR, unlike the majority. Just because he's got the snooze buttons, man. I don't want to. That stuff is iffy, and I know the young man's coming up in weight and doing his thing. But yeah, I got SSR in that, man.
I mean, honestly, I'm not too.
You got
Yo, Polo,
SSR
you breaking
too?
up. Yeah, he got SSR.
I try to reconnect.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'll be honest, I've only seen.
He's a talented fighter.
Yo, Polo, man, what's up with your network, man?
How much internet you think they got in Minnesota?
I don't know, man. It's probably snowing out there right now. Like, it's probably like.
I'm kidding, Polo.
The snow is probably interrupting his connection.
But shit.
I'm not too deep into the little weights to make a prediction, to be honest with you. But what I will say is I do love what Bam Rodriguez does with his footwork. I do love how he controls the center of the ring. And he makes his opponents fight his fight. Now, can he do that against a more experienced fighter? A guy who's been in there with Chocolatico a bunch of times? A guy who, has power? I don't know. But I am rooting for Bam. Bam, that would be such a good story, especially since he's fighting in a weight class that, most people don't think he should be fighting at.
Damn dogs, man. Right. Well, I mean, I said, my whole take on it is that I think the 115 class is weight class is weak, man. I don't think, that's why the same 4 guys have been fighting each other for the better part of this last 5-6 years, or this decade, you could say. I think, the Quadrases and, the SSRs and Chocolatito. And then you had some guys like Martinez come up. Now you got Bam coming up. Now they asking Junto to come up. So it just tells me, just looking at a broad spectrum of it, just kind of a broad statement, like, it must be weak. So
you're not high on Fernando Martinez.
Man,
Well, I wouldn't say that. Just all year.
115 is not weak.
Well, hang on, Polo.
You're tripping.
Hang on, Polo. Well, I'm not paying attention. That's all. I'm really not. And I'm sure I'm not the only one.
No, you're good. I like that SSR pick, but you said no. This was one of the most exciting divisions. Guys are actually fighting each other. They're not complaining about, I want this much. They're actually making it happen. So, yeah, it might be the same guys, but there's always new talent and stuff. So, I'm still a fan of the division. SSR to beat him because he's biting on more than what he can chew, and SSR can punch.
Yeah, I never heard 115 be described that as weak. To be honest with you, like
that's just clever, man.
Well, who's in there?
Like,
who's in there?
Oh, you got
Choco.
Well, you got Bam. You got Choco. You got
Bam.
Martinez, you got Yoka. You got Tanaka. You got David Cuellar. It's like, bro, there's a lot of talent in the division that we don't even. And there's one of the Maloney brothers. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
you can
Fernando
still
Martinez, who just beat Ancajas. I actually like Fernando Martinez.
Yeah,
I like that
I
performance he had.
Bro, check out David Cuellar too, and there's another guy. I forgot it. Oh, well, I like Tanaka. Tanaka's around, but he has a fight coming up. There's another guy. I can't remember his name. He's from what's his name? I'm gonna try to look him up right now. I forgot what country he's from, but he's talented. They got Daniel Netes is still around.
Yeah, 115. 115 is definitely not a weak division. Again, I don't follow it too closely as much as like someone like you, Polo, but I definitely wouldn't describe it as a weak division. I think that's a misrepresentation.
Yeah, Cover's crazy takes. He's in love with the welterweight division. We're waiting on a fight that's taking almost a decade. So
no, I'm just in love with anywhere between 135 to 168. Those are like normal sized people. So I think that's what most people care about.
Hey, bro, everybody deserves to get a chance no matter what size. And really, because last time I checked, I mean, we're looking at like when you say care, because I look at the pay-per-view fights for those divisions, man. There looks like except one division now. So who exactly cares about that division?
Listen, man, all divisions matter. I'm about to make a shirt that says all division matter.
All divisions matter. Thank you, bro. That's so thank you. It doesn't matter the size. All divisions.
I'm gonna make a shirt and I'm gonna sell that shit. I gotta start my website, start selling shirts. All divisions matter.
Yeah, I don't know why people complain. It's always
you know damn well Lord of the Flies gonna have to buy one.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what's up with the most American fan bases that like says, bro, all divisions matter. Like just because we don't really have American division doesn't mean that they're really good division, especially 108, man. You got Kaguchi, you got Bomba, you got this dude.
You know what it is, Polo? Two things. One, there's not a lot of knockouts in those divisions, so people like knockouts. Two, like
we saw Kaguchi and Bermudez.
A lot of these fights be like in fucking Japan. Be like you got to illegally stream something to watch it. So a lot of people are not gonna go through all that work just to see a good fight. People want to see good fights, but if it's not on Showtime, ESPN, or The Zone, you're gonna find it hard for some people to fucking wake up at 5 a.m. to find an illegal stream to watch, a Japanese 105-pounder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you saw we had a 108 match between Bermudez and Kaguchi, man. That shit was a war.
I'm not dismissing that there's good fights in the lower division. I would never say something like that. What I'm saying is, again, where these fights are being shown, the time, as well as the lack of knockouts in these lower weight classes, that's why the American public has less interest, especially since there's less American fighters.
Yeah, and one thing too, like what's helping a little bit, it's like you got some fighters that are signed to like Matchroom, to The Zone, to Top Rank, like. So I mean, sometimes what will help it if you put certain fights on the undercards of like a big fight that people are gonna watch. You feel me? Like that's what ends up happening too. So I think that's what they should start doing, like putting those smaller guys on undercards so people can get start seeing them because bro, they're missing on some good fights.
No, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
not gonna tell you all of them.
Listen, man, I'm not. I'm definitely not going to disagree with you, bro. I'm definitely not going to disagree with you on that one. There be some good ass fights. What's up?
I was just laughing. Can
Oh,
you hear
okay.
me? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear
Testing,
you.
testing.
Yeah, I wish
Just
I had
checking.
scissors, man. I would reach out the screen and cut your mustache, bro. Just so I could cut my garden tool.
Yo, Polo's not a fan of your mustache, man.
No, I like
That's
it. I
okay.
like it. It's just hilarious.
That's okay. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. You think he looked like the Monopoly man? What's up, Polo?
One sec, guys.
Nah. But yo, so what fight you looking most forward to this Saturday, Polo? Out of all 4 fights or 5 fights?
Man, I do like I like the MJ fight, but I'm looking forward to I can't between Ruiz and Bam versus SSR. It's between those 2 fights. I like the women's fights, but I'm stuck in between those 2 fights.
Yeah, nah. I think I want to see the Bam fight, man. Because again, I like what I've seen from Bam, especially his footwork and how he controls the ring. I really like what he does. Again, I've only seen him a handful of times. I think I've seen him 2-3 times. I saw him fight Quadras. I saw the fight before Quadras, and then I saw another one. But I really like what I've seen from him, and I'm looking forward to this fight. This could be his coming out party. He can literally, if he beats Rungvisai, he can literally say he beat somebody who beat Chocolatico twice. You know?
Yep.
Well,
Do you
yeah.
think Chocolatico ever takes that rematch again?
Ooh.
No.
I mean, bro.
By the way, why you change your profile picture to SSR knocking out Choco?
Because I like SSR. It's
trolling.
SSR fight week.
He's absolutely trolling.
It's SSR fight week.
Oh, so every fight week.
I'll take that too, though. Yeah,
I'm gonna start doing that SSR fight week. I mean, bro, that SSR is a beast. Like people overlooking him. Like, bro, that dude, he is an age, but have you seen his last 2 fights, bro? He's still knocking people out. So I'm like, dude, I don't think people are paying attention. Like they're saying Quadras here. They're saying Quadras got sent to hell by Strada in a fucking devastating loss, like out, like on the ring canvas. So I don't know if people aren't paying attention to SSR.
Yeah. How old is SSR though? Do you know?
35?
35, bro?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he could pull this one off then.
Bro, Choco's 35. I'm just saying, look at his last 2 fights or last 3 fights. He's still knocked out of the 3. 2 out of the 3, he knocked those 2 dudes out. So it's like the power's still there.
No, but Bam is 22, bro. I mean, he is the naturally smaller guy, I guess. So maybe that has something to play into it. But
yo, Broadway, I was about to ask you, whatever happened to the fight July 16? What Dominican fighter was gonna fight for a title?
I don't know. That's what Samson told me. I haven't been able to edit out the Samson interview because I had some trouble with the audio. I now fixed the audio, so
when are you gonna release the full interview? When are you gonna release the? I'm over here confused, guys. I see one part.
I want to release it in parts, and then I'm gonna release the full interview. The thing is that what was that?
No, I said, what's up with you been doing that? I realized I've noticed you've been doing that. Like you release one part.
Yeah, because the thing is, not everybody's gonna sit and watch an hour interview. No, not everybody's gonna do that. Some people, like I look at my analytics, and a lot of people they'll turn off a video after 9 minutes. They'll turn off a video after 8 minutes. But if you
you can see that?
Yeah. So if I clip it into a 5-minute clip, you'll watch the full 5 minutes because you'll be able to your attention span will be able to stay for 5 minutes.
Bro, I watch the interviews. Usually I watch the full interview. If I'm free, like usually I'll do it at night. I could watch a full hour interview, but not everybody. You're right on that. That's why I was like,
not everybody has that kind of attention span. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release the Samson interview piece by piece. Same thing with the Carlos Adames interview, and then I'm gonna release the full interview for the Samson Lukowicz. But yeah, in that interview, he tells me about this July 16, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Unless at first, bro, to be honest, I really thought it was gonna be the Broner card. I knew, from us that Broner was gonna fight Omar, and I thought I had a feeling it might be July 16th in the Barclays. So I said maybe he'll be in the co-main event. I always thought was maybe it's Montiel versus Adames, but we have not heard anything. We're almost close to July, like the first week of July. So it's like I don't
What
know, man. Have
round?
you heard anything about this?
Yeah. What round would you have picked Adames to knock out Montiel?
Man, if Adames doesn't gas out, he got that chinny. You know,
Man, he not chin. He never been knocked out. What are you talking about, bro?
Man, what do you mean? He got dropped, bro. I can tell you, man. When he faces a
He
puncher,
never been
he's gonna say
knocked
it's gonna be
out.
the
He
upper
never
cut.
been knocked out.
Bro, that gas tank. Tell your man to work on his gas tank. He can't be gassing out against punchers. If he knocks out Montiel, man, I don't know, man. Montiel can bring it to him. Adames will be fair, but I don't trust that gas tank. He'll fade away and get stopped.
Nah, you're right. You're right about that gas tank. But Colahan,
It's bad. I didn't realize. I didn't realize how bad it was until I started seeing his brother. Yo, when he fights a puncher, man, he'll be like Robert Garcia said. You'll win the first 6 rounds. In case you do lose, then we can have an excuse. They only give you 2 weeks. So I'm like, yo, a gas tank, man. He'll build up a lead and get knocked out in the 9th round.
Yeah, I mean, tell your boys stop ducking, and you know who
man,
I'm talking.
bro. Don't worry, bro. I don't get how someone could be ducked when they've offered you the fight twice, and I know it's short notice.
Yeah, and they offered him to fight twice on short week notice.
No, but listen, if someone's scared of somebody or avoid anybody, I wouldn't expect them to offer them a fight. That's just me, bro.
Okay, all right. He offered the fight. You see, you being misleading. Obviously, maybe I'll fight you if you're not fully prepared. But if you're fully prepared, I won't fight you. That's a duck, bro.
I don't know, bro.
Give me a full training camp. Give me a full training camp. So Munguia can have a full training camp, but Carlos Adames can't get
no. Bro, I'm not saying that. Do you remember who he was supposed to fight? He was supposed to fight the Polish dude. He pulled out. Then he was supposed to fight Ballard. He pulled out. And then they offered, they're like, yo, we need an opponent. Let's get Adames. Adames couldn't do, so they moved the card.
You can't blame somebody for turning down a fight in 2 weeks.
No, I'm not saying that he has to. I mean, bro, like I'm not saying I'm just saying if someone doesn't want to fight somebody, I'm pretty sure they're not going to offer them a contract or a fight. You'll probably ignore him. But what I was saying is, he got his fight date moved and he ended up fighting somebody else. But I'm just saying that's just me, bro. If he's ducking somebody, I wouldn't expect him to fight to set him an offer, even on 2-week notice, bro. Look at Andy Ruiz. He took a fight on 2-week notice and knocked out the #1 heavyweight in the world. Something that Luis Ortiz didn't want to take the offer. Because remember, they sent it to Ortiz, and Ortiz said no.
I remember, but
they sent it with Andy Kanaki. Ruiz, I didn't know they sent it to the guy.
With Andy Ruiz, it actually might have benefited him because he had a fight not too long before that. And he's somebody who's always struggled with being in shape, always struggled with his conditioning. So since he had just fought, he didn't fall out of shape for too long because he took the fight on short notice and then he jumped back into training camp.
That's a good point, by the way. It's a really good point, sir.
Yo, let me see. Didn't Adames have a fight before that too? Like Adames just had a fight like a month ago or like around that time, right?
Yeah, he had a fight in December, and then they offered him.
No, not that first time. The first time they offered it was in April. Remember, it was in April, and then Munguia couldn't fight nobody, so they just moved his fight date. Because originally he was supposed to fight Selecki, but for some reason they pulled out.
You're talking about the first time.
April of 2021. Remember, he had 3 opponents that couldn't fight, so then they just moved his fight date. Then they offered him to fight. I guess was it like January, December, right? To fight in February.
I know. Adames had a fight in December, and they wanted him to fight again in February, and he said he couldn't. So, and I understand your point, saying like, all right, he didn't fall too out of shape, but you can't. I'm not going to tell somebody to take a fight if they're not comfortable taking it within.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, definitely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Wait, he actually fought in March. So when they offered him that, he actually just fought in March of that same year. So I mean, you're right, man. Sometimes people do need a full camp, like because if you don't get a full camp, bro, that could fuck you up. But I mean, I'm just saying, if someone was ducking somebody, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want to offer them a fight, even in a short notice. Feel me? If I don't want to fight,
what do you think? Hold on, what do you think about Abner Mares coming back? I thought this dude was retired.
Oh, so that's real?
Man,
right, that's real.
Hey, that's PVC. That's PVC for you, man. That's PVC for you. That's a
stop,
fucking joke,
man. Stop. But
Oh,
damn,
you got your pom poms? Hey, you got your pom poms ready for PBC
No,
or
but hold
what?
on, hold on. What do you mean that's PBC for you? What do you mean?
Bro. Why the fuck would they put Abner Mares? Like, first, look at the card. First of all, you got a featherweight that
it's
was
a
supposed
nice
to be in
card.
already.
It's a great
Yeah,
card.
it's a nice card. Listen, bro. Jose Rayo versus Joseph Corrales, good fight. Andy Ruiz, Ortiz. But listen, you got a featherweight that just recently, less than a year ago, Samson's fighter moved up to super featherweight, fought an eliminator to be a Mando, supposed to be in an eliminator, moves up, fights probably like one of the strongest top five punchers in the division. A guy that literally less than a year ago just moved up because if you look at the Miguel Moraga fight, that was his first fight at super featherweight. So it's like, bro, I don't know what the hell. And then you told me it's a WBC eliminator. It's like, bro, that's just
Yeah,
like,
it's a WBC
bro,
eliminator,
he's
and
gonna
this
get
dude is moving up from 130.
again.
Yo, the WBC be on some bullshit.
Bro, it's not even them. It's just the fact that it's like, bro, I'm not gonna say, because we know his, but it's like, bro, if you just moved up, because you gotta remember, he fought on the Andy Ruiz Arreola card. He was the WBA regular featherweight champion. Then in December of that same year, he moved up in weight to fight Miguel Moraga in the WBC Eliminator, and that was his first fight at 130. Then he recently fought, so it's like, bro, in less than a year, he's moving up to a second weight division against a puncher. It's like, bro, that's gonna be a mismatch right there. Not
Yo,
because Cerrito's not
if
good, but because Cruz can
if
punch.
anything, Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna should be an eliminator. If anything,
It might actually might be because Fortuna is ranked in WBC. That is an eliminator, bro.
it
I'm pretty
is.
sure. Yeah,
No, because
because bro,
you remember they mandated Isaac
This is
Cruz
all new
versus
news to
Ryan
me, so
Garcia.
I'm just kidding the candy
don't
store.
worry, we'll educate. But bro, you remember he was supposed to fight Cruz, but they already had two fights. Or like Cruz already had a fight date in August, which was this pay-per-view. Like they knew about this a few weeks after his fight, and Ryan Garcia already had a fight
Hold on,
date.
hold on. I'm looking at the rankings. So Javier Fortuna is ranked number 11, Ryan Garcia ranked number 2, Isaac Cruz ranked number 3, and this dude is not ranked. This dude,
Because he's a featherweight. Because he's a super featherweight. How would he be ranked, bro, if he's moving up? Like he's moving up. Like he never fought at lightweight. You gotta remember a year ago, prior to like him moving up, he was at super featherweight. So that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I don't know. That's a mismatch to me. And then you got Abner Mares that had a life-threatening, career-ending injury, fighting a guy that's been, rarely active. It's like, bro, like, how do they approve that? Unless they know something we don't, that Abner Mares is good to go. But it's like, bro, he had a career
Exactly right,
series.
though, Apollo. You're not his doctor.
yo,
And
hold on.
I know, bro.
everyone makes a big deal out of like California missions like passing this on. But look, man, let those professionals do their job. Let
Yeah,
them
but
figure out it is, and we'll find out. And I honestly,
like,
I can't wait to just hear from Abner. Like, man, I can't believe. Wow, last I heard, wow.
yeah, but
So we'll see.
when's the last time he fought? Just forget the eye injury. The dude's
2018,
been out
4
for a
years ago.
minute.
Yeah,
4 years ago, he fought Leo Santa Cruz in the Staples Center, June
4
9th.
years ago.
Yeah,
Damn.
4 years ago.
That's high school right there. That's high school. That's college. 4 years.
Bro, I was in college
And
when
on
he
top of
fought.
that, you add the eye surgery. I don't think it's a good idea for him to come back. Plus, I
Thank
like
you,
him
bro.
as an announcer. I don't understand why he.
yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
that. I love him as an announcer, man. People don't like him, but I do.
Yo, and this Miguel Flores guy just fought recently in June, so it's like I don't know what they're thinking, but he's coming off a layoff too. It looks like so. That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know what they're trying to do, bro. It's like,
Or
Honestly, this card in general, I'm not a big fan of it. It looks a bit just thrown together.
Mismatch.
Luis Ortiz versus Andy Ruiz. I don't
That's a
think
good
that
fight.
fight is as good as it once was. You guys remember Luis Ortiz in January? He looked terrible against Charles Martin.
Bro, he did a prayer or something. Like it was God's blessing that he got out of that fight. Cause bro, he was
Yeah,
getting dropped
man,
by
he
God.
looked terrible. Andy Ruiz got dropped against Chris Arreola.
Nah, it's gonna
And
be a good fight, bro. I think we're overseeing.
I
I
don't
think it
think
is.
so. I don't
I
think
hope so. It's the heavyweights, man. I
Yeah,
can't
it
wait
is
for
gonna be a
that.
good fight.
Actually,
Come on,
I
bro.
may
Reese,
pull up.
one
That's
thing about
LA.
Reese, bro, I've been watching Reese's career. That dude steps up on the level of his competition. When he fought Parker, bro, he gave Parker hell. When he fought Joshua, we saw what he did. I feel like when he fights someone that he's not like that's not like a serious fight, he doesn't take it seriously. He be like bullshitting around. But when it's actual competition, like a title shot, or he be looking good because like there's some fights that bro he's been
he ain't look good in that Joshua rematch.
Yeah, but that was on his fault. But I'm just saying, look at the first Joshua fight. Look at the Parker fight. Look at that Tor Hammer fight. Look at the like, bro.
Tor Hammer.
He's
Come on, don't bring up that Tor Hammer fight. Tor Hammer's a bum.
how is he a fuck? He was undefeated.
Yo, bro, all he did throughout his whole career, all he has done is quit in the corner, man. That dude,
Bro, he was getting his ass beat in that fight.
I know, but
I mean, bro, you're getting your ass beat.
he shouldn't have quit. He should not have quit. That wasn't an entertaining fight, bro.
Nah, Ruiz when he steps up and fucking is motivated, that dude pulls his shit together. So if he stops Ruiz in fashion, I hope he does, because like I feel like with that Arola fight, he didn't really take Arola seriously, bro. He was bullshitting around.
But either way, I do like that. What do you think about them moving Rayo so fast? I like that. I feel like it's a breath of fresh air. A lot of times, these promoters, they want to move their prospect nice and slow and make sure they faced they want to make sure they faced every single style before they put him in tough. But it looks like they're moving his career a little bit quicker than others. He's
former
only
world
12-0.
champion.
Yeah, he's fighting a former world champion. And
that looked
every
good
time
in
he
his
has a
last
mic
fight,
in his face,
so people know.
Every time he got his mic in his face, he's always calling out the big names. He even had that face off with Ryan Garcia. He had that face off with Michelle Rivera. So it looks like
he's coming from Michelle Rivera.
I mean,
coming for that.
I mean, why would he want to lose so quick, man? He better stay away from Michelle.
Nah, we're not. Hey, I saw Michelle get dropped like last night. That dude is chinny too.
That was a flash knockdown. Don't do that.
I'm fucking with you. Yo, you know what I wish Ryan would have fought? I wish Ryan would have fought the guy that fucking. So, bro, to me it's weird because listen to this. Josel Corrales is number 2 in the WBA. You can check the rankings. Why didn't they just make Michael Rivera versus Corrales and they didn't make Adorno versus Rayo? Like, they're kind of like moving things because Josel Corrales is number 2 in the WBA, and I don't think Rayo's ranked. So it's like that kind of threw me off. Like, it is a good name, but
if I'm not mistaken, isn't this for a regional title, like one of those? Because
he fought for Vargas. It was like a WBC regional title, but then Josel Corrales is not even ranked in WBC. He's only ranked in the WBA.
Oh,
he fought an eliminator, a final eliminator, I think, against an undefeated prospect back in March, and he looked good. Like, so,
if Valenzuela beats this guy, then he'll be ranked also in the WBA and the WBC. So he'll have 2 routes to a title. And considering all the titles are tied up, making yourself a mandatory is probably the best way of going about it if you want to become a champion. That way you can force motherfuckers into fighting you, as opposed to asking and negotiating and trying to get your way. Which I'm curious why people don't go to IBF route more often, because the IBF, they usually don't play with their mandatories. They usually, if you fight,
not recently, bro. They've been bullshitting. Or look at 126. Look at kind of 160. Like, usually they're all shit. But
hold on, 126. Warrington broke his jaw, and that's why the fight hasn't happened.
You know what they do usually? If you can't fight him because that Mando is overdue, like 3 years. Usually what they do, bro, is they strip him.
3 years.
Bro, he was supposed to fight Kid Galahad in 2020, and he vacated not to fight him. The last Mando was like in 2019, and then Kid Galahad just waited to fight.
But I'm saying in general, the IBF does do the right thing in terms when it comes to mandatories.
Yeah.
Could you agree with that?
But usually when you're injured, yeah. Usually when you're injured, though, what they do is they strip you, but they make you champion and reset. So that means when you feel better, you can just be a man.
Yeah. That Subriel Matias and Jeremias Ponce, they're going to be fighting for the IBF interim 140 belt. And then if Josh Taylor moves up, then they will become the full IBF champion.
They just elevate
you. Hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's what they usually do. So, like, say that you just wait until like they fight you, your Mando fights you. If not, you just get elevated.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. Those are 2 offensive fighters, 2 very entertaining fighters. That's gonna be a good one. If and when that happens.
I thought it was gonna be on this Ruiz card. I thought Loki was gonna be instead of Abner Mars. I heard that it was supposed to be Subriel Matias, but maybe they're still negotiating because I thought it was gonna be Ponce Matias on the undercard. I did not expect Ponce, bro.
Yeah,
That threw me
I don't know
off.
where they're gonna put that fight. I don't know where they're gonna put that fight, but who knows? Maybe
Bro, that makes more sense.
hold on. Nah, maybe hold on. Maybe they saving that fight for Bud Crawford. For Bud Spence.
Man, if that happens, bro,
My
I
bad. My
think
bad. Dogs are going
If
crazy.
if that happens, that's a good co-main event. What do you think?
oh hell yeah, but bro, Crawford versus Spence, man, I think we're more what's most likely the Yankees winning the World Series than them fighting.
I mean, hold on. The Yankees have the number one. Hold on, the Yankees have the number one record in all of baseball. So what the fuck are you talking about?
No, but no, I'm saying what's most likely is the Yankees winning the World
He was
Series
trying to be
again.
funny.
Then Crawford versus Spence fighting. Oh, you got your New York cat. I got my New York cat too, bro.
Yeah, bro, because you got no choice but to wear our shit, man. You got no choice. You have to wear the best looking hat in all of baseball.
And don't worry, bro. I rock the Timbs in the winter, so don't worry, bro. When I get my next pair of Timbs, I'll send you a picture and be like, "Hey,
Yo,
I'll
for
send
real,
you a
you
pair,
got
bro."
Tim?
With yeah, I
You
got a
got Tim?
pair. I got a couple. Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I definitely got Tim's as well. But yeah, the Yankees, man. No Yankee slander on my channel, bro. We got
No,
the
I'm just
number
messing
one
with
record in all of baseball. So, yo, by the way, Paredes hit another home run today.
Against the Yankees?
Yeah. So I know you.
Oh, is the game going on right now? Or it's
Yeah,
over.
the game is going on right now.
Oh, hopefully he hits another two. Then he'll settle.
Yeah, all right. Don't worry, my man Aaron Judge about to hit a couple home runs. Anyways, let's get off the baseball talk because not everybody here likes baseball. But
oh yeah, they don't understand like our lingo. But I was gonna say that yo, you was talking about you wanted a Dominican heavyweight. Did you watch the Showbox Carter 2 weeks ago?
I did.
Man,
George
Arias, bro.
That dude ain't
No, he stunk up the show, bro. What was that about? I'm over here like when I seen him come out to the entrance, I'm like, oh shit. I liked his entrance better than the match itself.
Yeah, I'm not high on him. He's actually from New York, so I was somewhat familiar with him, George Arias. I'm not too high on him, but I hope I wish him nothing but the best. But I can't see him winning a championship fight. By the way, did you know that was like at a catchweight fight of 225 pounds?
Cruiserweight, yeah. It was supposed to be Elvis Garcia, but some shit happened. They're both Lou DiBella fighters. Elvis and him, George Arias. Elvis is his Mexican heavyweight. He was supposed to fight that dude, but I guess Judge Arias stepped in and yeah, bro. But I was over here saying, oh shit, I hope Broadway's watching this because this dude came out with the flags and he was dancing. I'm like, oh,
I watched it. But he was like dancing too much for my liking, man. I don't know.
Bro, when he came to the entrance, I'm like, oh yeah, we about to see a knockout. And then I'm like, man, that shit was boring.
Yeah, that shit was definitely boring.
I like his entrance though.
Yeah. Hold on. My man Ezra. I'm about to be repping LA boxing, how Broadway reps Dominican boxing. I mean, LA boxing, y'all got a lot of boxers right now.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, that was clever. I just muted him. I don't know what was up with his mic.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, hold on. Yo, yeah, fix your mic. Fix your mic, bro.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, yo, Broadway is hilarious.
Yeah,
man.
but Ezra, ain't really no LA boxers right now. Abner Mares is coming back, but you know, like who
Ryan Garcia.
I mean, Ryan Garcia, he's from Victorville. He's not really from LA, but I don't know. Yo, Jarrell Miller came in at 341 pounds in his weigh-in today. Damn.
Yo.
Really?
Damn.
That I mean, yo, that's insane. Honestly, I don't understand how this dude is allowed to box anymore. Yo, I remember when he tested positive, my father was like, yo, he should be in jail. Fuck that shit. Yeah. But
By the way, can you hear me?
Yeah, Morris is coming back, but like, what do you expect him to do? I don't know. Who's from LA that's good right now in boxing? No disrespect, Ezra. I know you're from LA. I mean, if you want to claim Ryan Garcia, I'll accept that. And he is a good fighter. But who else is from Southern California that's good? Polo, do you know anybody or you, Clever?
Can you hear me, Broadway?
Yeah, I can hear
At
you.
the top of my head, not really, bro. It's been a while. I mean, bro, it's like you got to really think it's that one. I mean, if you look at like the
Daniel Roman,
underground circuit, maybe like
David Pacheco.
oh yeah,
Uh,
oh yeah, David
uh,
Pacheco.
Okay.
trying to think. Of course, yeah, Ryan. I know. Yeah, Victorville's way out there,
Sinister
Lancaster.
Estrada.
Yes, of
Oh yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Diego Pacheco's a beast. He's up there. I forgot
Okay,
about him. I
okay.
just
There's one more. There's one more.
Where's Rayo from? He's not from Southern California?
no, he's Mexican. He's from Mexico.
Nah.
Who is that?
He's from he's from Mexico. I'm serious. You look up. He's not from. He's based out of like Arizona. No, he's based
No,
out
he
of
was
Washington
born in
State.
Mexico, but he's like he don't live in Mexico.
No,
Oh,
I
he's from
understand, but
Seattle.
yeah.
All right.
But you saying he's from LA? I'm like, nah, he's
I
born
mean,
in, but
Oscar, if you want to bring it back.
Is
Oscar
Alex
LA.
Salcedo? Is he from California?
No, he's from based out of
He from
Oklahoma. He was
Mexico?
born in Mexico too. Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
he's
right. Yeah, you're
Oklahoma.
right. You're right. My
He was
bad.
a
My bad. You're
beast,
right.
bro, man.
Leo
I can't.
Santa
Yeah, he
Cruz.
was. I loved watching him fight polo. Yeah, I
Leo
did.
Santa Cruz. I mean, you could. I mean, okay, claim him because he's from based out of. But bro, I'm kind of thankful Theo didn't take that fight because that Arnold Barbosa ended Salcedo's career, man. I know you know about that.
What
Wait,
was that?
Polo.
I can't hear you.
I'm thinking, hey, bro, I'm kind of thankful Theo didn't take that Barbosa fight because that dude ended Salcedo's career.
I mean,
Wait.
I thought that Tio should have came back in a soft touch anyway. So I
Yeah,
agree.
no.
Fighting an undefeated
Pedro
fighter.
Campa is a come forward fighter. He's good for his, but I'm saying that Barbosa guy like him, but it's like, hop off his nuts, man. Like this dude proved himself. Like you over here talking like let this man get in the division, then he'll go fight you. Because what happens if he beats this dude and then he whoops your ass? Now all that shit you were talking, you gonna look stupid. Like you feel
Yeah,
me?
but that's the thing about boxing, bro. People talk shit in boxing, and if you can't back it up, you look crazy. But if you can back it up, you look like Muhammad Ali and Mayweather. So you know what I'm saying? Trash talking is always going to be in boxing, bro.
Yeah, I know. No, but I like both of them. I'm just saying, like, damn, bro, let this dude get it. I wanted to see Theo versus Pedraza, man, but I don't know why he's fighting the dude that.
Yo, that would have been a perfect fight. That would have been a perfect fight on the eve of Puerto Rican Day Parade. Instead of the Berlanga fight. What do you think?
I mean, bro, if he would have knocked up Pedraza, come on, don't do that, bro. He would have beat Pedraza. I'm like,
no, but that's good. That's good. Do it in front of a fucking Puerto Rican.
But he's not Puerto This dude.
Yo, I don't know what's up with your mic, Clever. Your mic is bugging out.
Yo, but come on, bro. Pedraza's Puerto Rican. Tofimo's not Puerto Rican. You really think they're gonna put up?
But Teal's from New York, so you put the fight in New York on the eve of Puerto Rican Day Parade. The Puerto Ricans lost anyways. Look at Caraballo lost to Santillán, my Dominican brother. Shout out to Victor Santillán.
You were celebrating, bro. Cotto got so mad he left. He was like, "Man, I'm out."
Josue Vargas got knocked out,
but Edgar Berlanga won.
But Edgar Berlanga looked terrible, bit the guy, and now he's suspended for 6 months.
LeBron looked good, but I'm saying not all the Puerto Ricans
lost.
But it's like,
yo.
Do you want to see another Roman Martinez Rocky versus Lomachenko? Remember that they put that on the Puerto Rican parade? Come on, don't do that, bro. I ain't trying to see that again.
Yo,
that
bro,
was terrible.
Did him dirty.
They put that on like
Michael Blunt wants to see Teofimo versus Cletus Selden.
Oh man,
Teo fucking kill that motherfucker.
Man, this ain't 2016 anymore.
I mean, but that would have been a good comeback fight, especially Selden being from New York. You bring it back to New York. From what I understand, this fight against Campa is gonna be in Florida.
Yeah, but Theo got. I think Theo was based out of Florida too. So I mean, I like him. I think he's gonna be. Now, if he beats Campa, like if Campa, puts a fight, Theo shows his skills. Like it's not like I don't know why people can say it's just a dude is literally.
The thing is, nobody doubts Teo's skills. People doubt his mental state right now. He's bugging out. He be saying some wild shit on the internet. Like he's still not accepting that Camboso's loss.
Man, don't beat Cambosos, man. I feel like, bro, in the rematch, he could beat the shit out of Cambosos.
Oh, hell yeah, the rematch he would. But bro, at the end of the day,
he beat him.
He beat him, and he said he's not coming down to 135 anymore.
I wish bro, I don't know, man. I feel like if we would beat him, the things would be different. He'll be on a higher horse. So probably, man, I don't know, man. I feel like this was just a learning lesson to him. But I think at 140, he's gonna bounce back. They got a lot of smoke from over there.
Yo, Polo, when you on your YouTube channel, man?
Man, I gotta get free now, man. I'll hit you up on doing that. I'm doing that. Probably by July.
Yeah, man, get on that, man. I feel like your voice is needed in this YouTube space, man. That's why I like when you were on Ezra's podcast, and that's why you always welcome on mine, man. You be on the Twitter spaces arguing heavy. I think you'll be good on YouTube, man. Are you tech savvy?
Somewhat.
Okay, all right. The only thing
Don't
is
worry,
that,
I got a credit card from Best Buy.
That Minnesota Wi-Fi, you're gonna have to figure that out though.
Hey man, hey, don't do me that.
You live in Minneapolis?
No, I live in Bloomington, like 15 minutes away, like by the mall.
Oh, okay, so you live right outside of Minneapolis. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I definitely want to pull up one day when they do one of those fights over there in Minnesota. By the way, you must be loving that. There never used to be fights in Minnesota. Now there's a fight every other month.
Yep.
Yeah. But all right, man. Guys, I'm sick. What's up? Oh, by the way, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I will be interviewing Javier Fortuna. He is going to be fighting Ryan Garcia. Please tune in for that. Ryan Garcia, this is going to be his toughest fight. Javier Fortuna is a former world champion multiple times. And he's somebody who has power. Maybe
he beat the guy that beat Verdejo, Losada, knocked him out. So it's like, that's a notable.
Yeah, he beat Cuellar. He beat a few guys. Listen, Javier Fortuna is definitely not like
Verdejo.
What?
Now, who are you picking though? Ooh,
come on, man.
I'm just.
You can't.
Hey, but Tom Fortuna, he should have took this Cepeda fight. But he's smart though. They probably said, let's take the Ryan Garcia, a bigger fight, bigger payday.
Oh, of course. And again, if Ryan Garcia's chin is what in question, Javier Fortuna is going to put that shit to the test. Because Javier Fortuna, he may not have the best skills, he may not have the fastest hands, but one thing we know is that he can crack. So if Ryan Garcia has a chin problem, that shit will be put to the test. But I'm excited for tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Come check out the interview. I will be allowing people to call in and ask their questions again after I do my interview. This should be a good one. I'm going to be doing a lot more interviews. I haven't been able to do as much as I want lately because I've been so busy. But shit's about to start picking up. And starting tomorrow, Javier Fortuna versus I will be interviewing Javier Fortuna, man.
Yo, I'm still upset about that Cerrito Ramirez fight, man. If I talk to Samson, I'll be like, yo, Samson, what is up with that fight, man? Like, you must be getting a payday or something, because, man, like, bro, I'm telling you, that's going to end in a knockout. You're going to see the mismatch.
I don't understand how he's in the WBC eliminator when this is his first fight.
Yeah, and he hasn't even been at super featherweight for more than a year.
Yeah.
Hey, just tell me. Don't be surprised if that fight ends up looking like Smith Beterbiev.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised.
Bro, you're gonna see like obviously the size there, but you're gonna see the physical advantages that Cruz is gonna have over him. It's gonna look a mismatch when they weigh. You're gonna be like, oh shit, this doesn't even look like.
No, I believe you. I believe you. Again, the guy's not fighting in his weight class against a top 5, top 10 lightweight. I mean, that's not an unrealistic
punchers. Top 5 and one of the probably like hardest punchers, bro. Like he's up there. If he went 12 with 10,
I don't know why you keep saying that. How is he one of the hardest punchers? Who has he knocked out? That's like,
I mean, bro, you can see his knockout ratio, like his power, like bro, like. I mean, I'm not gonna use example, but bro, he has some pretty sick knockouts. Like, We just gotta see him. Like he might get a highlight knockout, but I'm not really gonna rate. But it's like, bro, the way he did Gamboa was like, bro. Usually Gamboa goes longer.
Gamboa, come on, man. This
Bro,
is
is
in
that the same one?
2009, bro.
Bro, is that the same one that went 12 with Haney? The same one that Clever's boy was struggling with to knock him out, and he had to work for the knockout.
No, it's not because the guy's like fucking 2-3 years older. That's not the same guy.
He just fought Haney during the pandemic in late November 2020. Like a year really makes a difference.
Yeah, so 2 years passed.
Not even a year, and then he fought a year before that. So it's all been less than 3 years. He fought all three of them, and Cruz was the best out of all three of them.
Nah, I mean, listen, man. I'm not gonna give him too much credit for fucking beating Gamboa. Stop that.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying he knocked him out. He didn't let him make it a dirty fight. Usually Gamboa survives. He didn't even let Gamboa do that. If you want to be realistic,
the same way I didn't give Rayo credit for knocking out Francisco Vargas. I knew that was gonna happen. If you go back to my channel, I was sitting here complaining, screaming at my camera that this fight should not be happening because it was such a mismatch because Francisco Vargas has been in way too many wars.
That's an age.
So that is
true. You can say that. But I didn't expect it to be that fast, bro. Let's be realistic. I expected like a 4-6 round knockout. I didn't expect him by the first shot he landed.
I expected a second or third round knockout. That's what I expected. But it happened in the first. And I was like, whatever. That seems about right.
And here's the thing, though. So if he stops Sordito, does he not get? Because he fought. I mean, he's never been stopped, and his 2 losses were.
Look, man. Tell your boy Isaac Cruz to face Michelle Rivera if he wants full credit. Beat him. Beat William Zepeda. Beat Ryan Garcia. Beat those guys. You want credit from me?
Man, I didn't let Ryan Garcia.
Beat Lomachenko. Beat Gustavo Lemos.
Wait, how do you rate Michael?
See, you don't even know who's Gustavo Lemos.
Yes, I do. He's the one that beat Lee Shelby.
Okay.
I know who Gustavo Lemos is.
I'm testing you.
Nah, I know.
That boy, Gustavo Lemos gonna surprise a lot of people, bro. I'm telling you. People don't know him. He's from Argentina, and people are gonna be surprised when Gustavo Lemos starts knocking motherfuckers out, man. That dude from Argentina is a bad dude, man.
Let's see him more. Let's see him like because Lee Shelby. I mean, Lee Shelby was a featherweight. Let's see. I know he's talented, but I see some holes that once he gets that. But he's a beast though. The way he did Lee Shelby.
No, and he's on a nice little knockout streak.
Yeah. Hey, but to Clever, the best lightweight is Tank to him, according to the guy that has the 3 Reggie belts.
Tank is not the best lightweight.
Can you hear me, guys?
Hey, Clever. Barrios is not a good win. Barrios was never good. He was literally at the edge between top 10 to the number 11. He was off with the prospect. Barrios was never good, homie.
Can you not hear me? Testing.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Good. Hey, man. Hey, that's. You were saying something?
You were saying Mario Barrios is in a good way.
Oh yeah, Mario Barrios is a good talent, man. I think.
Really, bro.
I mean, that's y'all.
What's his best win?
Probably the guy on the card. He fought on Tank's card, didn't he? In San Antonio. Probably that guy.
Ryan Carl's his best win. Oh my God, Clever! It's as crazy as you claiming the boogeyman Derevchenko was being avoided.
Man. Yo, by the way, Tank Davis should not be on any pound for pound list. He hasn't beaten anybody of note.
Look. Well, I want to
never. Bro, he's 27.
No, and that's not saying he's not a talented fighter. He is a talented fighter. He hasn't beaten nobody of note.
We'll have this argument.
Hang on, gentlemen. Hang on now. That current list of mine, yes. That's a current champions list. Yes, I'm respecting his great. Listen,
He's not even a champion. He's a regular Reggie Bell champion. He's as much champion as me and you are.
Can I
go to the store and buy a regular bell and be like, I'm a champion?
Can I explain to you without any interruption?
Go ahead.
Yes, back to it. That list is who I think are the best boxers, man. Simply put, I know who the lightweight champion is, undisputed wise. I know that. I also respect that, respectfully. And then frankly put, when we were having conversations, Broadway, if you remember, maybe you too, Paul. I think I saw you in that space with Rich there, how we're criticizing pretty much all pound for pound lists and what they go into. With that being said, fast forward to my list again, that's who I think are the best boxers. And in Tank's situation, yes, I do respect his Reggie Belt. I'm consistent with anyone else if they respect anyone else's Reggie Belt. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. And let me say this. And let me say this about Tank. Dude, where was Tank at when he was 23 years old, 22 years old? How about on the undercard of Mayweather and McGregor, second biggest pay-per-view ever, knocking out Pedraza? I'm pretty sure a lot of us didn't have him doing that to Pedraza. Pedraza is not only a really good win, he's a good fighter. He probably
was he really? Because he was, to me, he was probably the weakest champion in that division.
It doesn't matter, sir. It doesn't matter. Look what he's done. Sir. Wait, hang on. Look what he's done afterward.
Listen, sir.
Yeah, but what has he? What you're right. Look what he's done afterwards. He hasn't done
Broadway. What's hilarious to me? What's hilarious? Hey, let me talk. Clever, you claim to be this big Tank fan. You don't even have your facts straight. He didn't knock Pedraza out on the McGregor Mayweather. That was actually on the Battle Jack versus James DeGale unification match. He fought for Tank on the card.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
The same card that he missed.
No, you're right. No, I knew that.
Yeah. Right. He got stripped. He didn't make weight like He didn't make weight like a responsible boxer. They stripped him, and he hit him in the back of the head. That should have been a disqualification. But that's the card you should.
And he also missed weight.
Listen, gentlemen.
Yep. And do you remember how he got his second title? Well,
it took him 8 rounds to knock him out, and it took Ryan Garcia
1. Clever. And did you remember how he got his second title? The WBA. The WBA said, "Yo, we love you, Al Heyman. Here's a Christmas gift, Tank. We'll elevate you full champion, and we'll strip Machado, a guy that actually fought, a guy that Japan surprised arguably the best 130, not only once but twice. And then Machado actually knocked him out when Corrales was on the street. So that's how that guy got his title. And they basically said, you know what? You're a regular. We'll give it to Tank. We back Al Heyman, and that's what they did.
Man, that's not Tank's problem. I don't think he asked for that. I sure don't think perhaps his handlers did, but I don't think he asked for that. But
I'm not going to count
that. Hold on. Semantics. Before we get into those semantics, look, I'm not trying to argue any of that, at all. I mean, you guys. The reason why I won't get off my horse is because I'm backing on why I think the guy's good and why I think he should be represented, why he should be marketed, why he is the best.
Okay,
I think.
But who has he beaten?
Well, I was going through that list before you interrupted me, and then you started talking about all this other stuff and belts and what that matters.
Okay, all right. So tell me who he's beaten.
His Pedraza win. Yes, I think that's his number one win, right? I think that rivals or even is better than his contemporary's best win. His second best one would be Leo. His second best one would be at least Leo Santa Cruz.
You're talking nonsense, bro. If you're a Tank fan, I would rate Leo Santa Cruz a better win because, he wasn't a natural 130, but he's a 4-weight division champion. He has better wins than Pedraza. Pedraza, homie, do you know he won the belt from? Who's his best win? The same Pedraza that won a belt against an old-ass Ray Beltran. Lost to the next one when he got schooled by Lomachenko.
The fact is, Pedraza is good. So what does all that mean? What you're saying?
Man, listen, you know, bro, if that's the same one that got outboxed. Pedraza was good at 130, but at 140, bro, he got a.
Yo, Pedraza is a decent fighter. He's not this world beater like you trying to make him.
A lot of the other guys.
He was good at 130, but clearly.
T.O. beat Loma.
Wait, you said it. Wait, Bravo, you said it.
That Loma win is better. Listen, that Loma win is better.
Polo, no, dude,
you've been talking.
Polo, you've been talking. Hang on. Listen, I'm glad you said that, Broadway. T.O. is the only one with an actual credible win out of all these awesome lightweights we like to talk about. But we're not talking about him right now. I'm talking about Tank. Let me at least finish this about Tank, and then you can cook and be critical afterwards, sir. Again, like I was saying, I think Pedraza is his best win, right? And I think that rivals, if not even better than his other contemporaries' wins. Then I went on Leo, right? Leo is his decorated champion, whatever rankings, whatever belts, all that stuff. He beat him. Then he moves up to 140, who I do think Mario Barrios is an excellent fighter. I think I think that win again rivals, or if not better than his other contemporaries wins. And he was losing that fight. And you see Mayweather come over, and literally the anguish on his face is like, dude, you're losing the fight.
Bro.
And he had to, and the only way he was gonna win if he knocked him out, which he did. So guess what?
Yo, but what? I'll give him credit for jumping up weight divisions, but bro, he didn't fight for a real title. Unless you fight for the WBC, WBO, IBF, or the WBA, the actual WBA belt that actually matters. That not super.
Well,
not
you know what? Well, you know what I would say to that?
And on top of that, you
Mario
brought
was
up the Leo
barely
Santa
a top
Cruz
10.
win. That fight was at 130. Like Leo Santa Cruz, what's his natural weight class?
Yeah, that was 130.
Featherweight.
Hey man, people move up. People move up and down all the time. We get the credit of moving up and down all the time.
Yo, one at a time.
I don't make a big deal.
I would actually say Leo because Leo is more accomplished. A 4-weight division champion, incredible wins. But here's the thing: look at the matter of fact. No. But Leo's better than Peterbiev. But listen, let's look at the comments. He literally fought a guy that was not even ranked in the top 10 for that vacant. Miguel Flores is not a super featherweight. They did that to build up the Tank fight. Leo literally fought a guy that was not even a 130, not even ranked top 10, and Miguel Flores that's fighting Abner Mares coming off.
When you're champion, you can do that. You can move up and fight poor competition, man. We know this. This is what I mean.
Who do you want to see Tank fight next? Hold on. Clever. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
He's going to end up fighting another Latino guy. I don't know, but he fights in-house fights. You guys know this. I know this. The crowd knows this.
He fights Rollies and prospects. We know that.
Hold on, Polo. I got a question for Polo.
Go ahead.
If Tank fights Michelle Rivera next, is that a suitable fight? Is that a good enough fight for you or no?
Yeah, because Michelle Rivera is an undefeated lightweight, natural lightweight in his prime with skill sets. That is a good, and that actually is coming off a win undefeated.
What about a rematch with Isaac Cruz?
No. I mean, that would be a good. No. I mean, it would because of Chris Cruz we've seen. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he needs to. I mean, you already know they asked him, and he said, "I don't want the rematch," so he can fight his Rollies and his Mario Barrios of the world, and he'll be fine.
I know for sure he wouldn't take a fight
and
against Lemos.
And then let me say this, dudes. Look, man, Tank can fight come forward.
Any undefeated prime heavyweights.
He can fight.
I've never seen him against a boxer who.
Yes, you have.
The boxer they fought because
you've seen him against Pedraza. What are you talking about? Anywho,
is that the same Pedraza that got outboxed by Cepeda? Is that the same Pedraza that got outboxed by Cepeda? The same Pedraza that got outboxed.
I believe so, but he's a boxer. He's a boxer puncher, man. He's a boxer, and he I mean,
that Pedraza win, it's not what you're making it out to be. Bro.
Look. And I'm not.
He won a world title. We'll give him credit, but he said, "Yo, if Comey knocks him out this next fight, we're gonna laugh at you. That win good because, bro, at 140, he's been, now he fought undefeated prospect, beat him, look good. Then he fought Ramirez. Ramirez schooled him. So like, come on now." He did win a champion. I'll give him credit. He became a world champion, but that win is not as good as you hype it up to be.
I'm not hyping it up. I'm just telling you what I see.
And Mario Barrios is not good, bro. Mario Barrios is okay at best. He was literally hanging from
Mario Barrios is better than Jojo Diaz.
Prospect.
I mean, what are you talking about?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Jojo Diaz was a champion.
We disagree.
Jojo Diaz beat a guy with.
I disagree.
Jojo Diaz was a champion before. Jojo Diaz beat Javier Fortuna. What win on Mario Barrios' record is as good as Javier Fortuna?
I'm talking about his talent.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about anything else. But
we're talking about resume and accomplishments. What's his talent, bro? We've
already agreed to disagree, right?
No, it's not. It's not a matter of agreeing to disagree.
But
it's about the facts, bro. Who has Mario Barrios?
I'm not disagreeing with your facts.
Okay, so what you're saying is that Mario Barrios is a better fighter than Jojo Diaz. Meanwhile, he hasn't beat anybody and never been a champion. Kind of like and Jojo Diaz has top 10 wins and has been a champion. How do you
beat the top farmer? The same guy now?
Who's Jojo beat?
And he beat Tevin Farmer.
I'm just asking, who's JoJo beat?
He
He
beat
beat
Andrew
Tevin
Constancio.
Farmer.
He beat
He
Andrew.
beat Javier Fortuna.
He beat Andrew Constancio, the same one that
Okay, he
knocked
did beat
out.
Tevin.
Tevin
Tevin's his
Took the
best
split.
win. Tevin's his best win, yo. That's
Okay,
it.
and
That's
Tevin
it.
Farmer is a
Tevin
better
Farmer's
win.
one
Hold on,
Uh,
him beating
Mario
Tevin
Barnes.
Farmer is better than any win on Tank's resume. How about that?
Oh,
I
yep,
don't know.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
let's talk about that.
But-
Let's
but-
talk
Well,
about that.
I
Yep.
rank
Let's talk about
that
JoJo Diaz
Pedraza and
beating
Leo
Tevin
win
Farmer
higher
is
than
better
that.
than any
I
win
really
Tank
do.
had.
But listen,
Pedraza's better.
But listen. Again, disagree, man. But listen, I want to get back to Tank because you guys.
Listen.
So Javier Fortuna is a better win on his resume than any win Tank has on his resume.
Hey, man, I ain't about to.
Best win.
I ain't about to discredit that guy on your channel when he's about to be on here tomorrow. But I just want to get this out, and then y'all can say whatever. Look, Tank can fight coming forward. He can fight backwards. His defense is good enough. He can maul you. Who was that? Tank versus Field on pay-per-view. I'm reading comments, my bad. And then he's got power in both hands, man. I mean, what is there not to like? And he's flatlining dudes. And yes, he is a legitimate champion. Maybe not now today, but he's a champion. He's been a champion.
How is he a champion? He don't got a real title. He don't got a title.
No,
he got a regular title.
How do we got an undisputed champion at lightweight, and then you want to call this guy a champ?
He has a regular champion.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Broadway. Listen, man. Fucking excuse me, French. Who's that? Yeah, Devin. You want to come fight Tank, dog? You're gonna be B-side and you're gonna lose the belts, dog. But it's not even about that because this is why. They don't care about the belts, man. Talking about Tank and company. They've let us know that for years now. And guess what? More importantly, when you do get belts like you guys keep bragging about, the money and all that good stuff comes. Tank has already got all that stuff. This is why Ryan. Wait, hang on. This is why Ryan is calling him out and not Devin out. And that guy's been his Mando contender, all that #1 crap for a couple years now. So this is why Tank is that dude. They all got to go through him eventually. And I'll double down even again some more with Loma. I think those three guys, Loma, Tank, Dev, they all got to fight each other. And we'll see what's good. Plus Ryan. But those three in particular, since it's a lot of contention and could possibly go down. Now you guys can cook me and say what it
does. We'll see what Tank does the rest of this year.
Hey, he might fight Abner Mars next year. Who knows, man? Maybe we'll be like, yo, I'll fight Abner Mars. Maybe he'll rematch Broly. Maybe.
But you guys won't want that, though. You guys won't want that.
No, because we'll laugh. Because it's a joke.
Abner Mars.
Maybe he'll maybe he'll call Jorge Linares. Be like, Jorge Linares, you busy?
Linares sucks. Linares has been knocked out by everyone he's fought.
Yeah,
that win sucks for anybody.
Haney, except Haney ain't not.
Yeah, wait. How is he?
And that win sucks.
Listen, how does he suck? He's a 3-division champion. Wasn't he linear at 135? He was unified. So I don't know. He doesn't suck, bro.
Sucks. Mario Barrios is better than him, in my opinion.
Oh, bro, kick him out.
I know that hurts.
He said Jorge Linares. He said Jorge Linares is better. He said Mario Barrios is better than Jorge Linares, man. Okay, talk to me when your boy Barrios won the world title. And
I mean, I'm not big on Linares, so I'm definitely not gonna be like.
Broadway, he sucks.
Yeah, I won't say he sucks, but I definitely will say he has no chin, and I'm not a fan of him. But what I will say is Tank is very, very popular, and that does not coincide with the level of competition he's.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the young man's skills, and more importantly, what I was trying to say back there is that look, man, he's shown more facets of his game than all the other young guys. You guys, and then to say that just because you haven't seen it and say he can't do it, I think that's a little ridiculous.
No. My thing is he's 27 years old and hasn't fought one fight that people have deemed.
A lot of guys. You can say that about a lot of guys, though, Broadway.
Not really.
Name one.
Who is Devin Haney fought? We're the world beaters in
Devin Haney's 23. I said 27 years old.
I gave you an example about Tank being that young winning his championship. So
no, I said, at 27 years old, the guy has beaten nobody of note. I don't understand how you don't.
Who has any of them?
Yo. I saw Freddie's comment. Hey, Freddie, we're still waiting to see what's it called? What's in it was gonna show us in the fight. I didn't see it.
Yo, somebody says his skills are irrelevant. It's like LeBron dunking on middle schoolers. That's a great comment, James Burrell. It's like, yeah, we see the power, we see the speed, we see the footwork, but it's like, who are you doing this against? You doing against?
Who is any of them doing it against? That's my question. So you guys want to criticize Tank so damn much. What are the other guys? Who are the world beaters?
Shakur Stevenson is
Shakur has not fought anybody. He fought Valdez.
Yes, he has.
Valdez,
yeah,
he beat him.
Listen,
and he just arrived.
What are you talking about, bro?
Valdez win is good. I rate the Valdez win better than Harry. You can No, he doesn't. How does he suck? He had the most effect.
Valdez got rid of him. Valdez boxed the shit out and then knocked him out. Stop.
Yeah, that's my point. Coming off his best win, and then he had to fight with Conceição.
I think that's comparable to Tank. I really do. But you guys don't want to give Tank credit. I get it.
What did Tank
fight? It's like you got him on a pound for pound. I don't have Haney, Shakur, or Tank in my pound for pound list. Not because I think they suck. Because I think they trash. Just because they haven't beaten the people to get on my pound for pound list. Like, come on, bro. You're gonna compare these people to
again
and Canelo and Inoue and Usyk. You're gonna compare those guys to this? Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta really pay attention, man.
Yo, Taylor too. Taylor has better. Bro, listen. Taylor has less fights and has better wins than what Tank does. He beat a former unified champ and he beat Prograis. Prograis was one of the hardest punches in the division. Come on now, bro. Like,
hold on.
I haven't disagreed with anything.
Hold on. My man Freddie from Box Talk 101 just joined us. What's going on, Freddie? How you doing?
What's up, Freddie?
What's up, bro? I'm doing good. How are you guys?
No, I'm doing well. Right now, we discussing Tank's resume, and is it good enough for him to be on the pound for pound list? What is your opinion on that?
It is.
No, it's not, bro. Come on, bro.
Who has he beaten?
Okay. First of all, I think to have that argument, we all have to figure out what is the definition of pound for pound, right? So
it's a combination of your resume plus the eye test. That's the way I do it.
Let me ask you a question. Is Tyson Fury on your pound for pound list?
He's a heavyweight.
He's a heaveweight, but
that wasn't what I asked.
I mean, yes, I have him on my pound for pound list.
How can you put him on your pound for pound list when he easily outweighs every single one of his opponents?
Well, that's the heavyweight division.
That's how the division is.
All right, well, I'll be back. Phone's dying.
All right, cool.
But the definition of pound for pound, simplified, really what it is if these guys were the same size, who's got the better skills, right?
I mean, I don't know that to be true. No. Hold on. Ari just joined us. What's going on, Ari?
What's happening, man? How's it going?
Everything's going good. Right now, we're discussing this pound for pound list and who should be on it and who shouldn't be. Right now, the discussion is Tank Davis. Do you have him in your pound for top 10?
I currently do not have him on my top 10.
There you go.
But I have him, I would say outside of it. I say top 15.
Okay. All right. But Freddie, you didn't get to finish your point. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No. All good. So basically what I'm trying to get down to is you look at Gervonta, and really, I don't know if you guys see the same thing that I see when I look at Gervonta, but I see a guy where I'm like, yo, him and Loma, probably the smallest guys in the division that really, are competing with these other bigger guys that, I look at Gervonta and Loma and I'm like, really? They should kind of be at like 130, honestly, in my opinion.
Okay.
But they're good enough to where they can compete with these other guys at 135, and either one of them potentially could make a case for being the best guy at 135, despite being physically smaller.
Yeah, but you can do that when you're facing the level of competition that Tank is facing. He has not faced anybody of note within the last 4 or 5 years. When's the last time he had a good win?
I mean, I think the Pedraza win has aged really well for him. Look at the body of work that Pedraza has done since getting brutally knocked out by Tank Davis, right?
to your thing,
Hold on, Polo. Let him finish his point. Polo.
So if you look at after losing a Tank at 130, he moved up to 135. I believe he was the champion at 135. Then he's looked really good at 140. He's beat some upcoming guys. I think he gave Jose Ramirez a pretty good fight. A fight that he lost, but he still was competitive in that fight. And I think he's looked really good at 140. I think that's probably Tank Davis' best win so far. But if you got to look at the Leo.
If Jose Pedraza is your best win, bro, you shouldn't.
No. But look when he beat Pedraza though. You're saying it now, but look when at the time that he beat Pedraza, Tank was what? He was 22 when he knocked out Pedraza. Now look at the win that he had versus Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is a multi-division champion. I think he was like a 4-division champion. Very talented fighter. That's a great win. The Mario Barrios, I know a lot of y'all think, oh, Mario Barrios, whatever, but Mario was a big guy. He was a bigger guy compared to Tank. And a lot of people, the complaints that we get is like, oh, Tank knocks out these little guys. But he went in there for a great fight versus Barrios, and he knocked out Barrios, right? Barrios was competitive with Keith Thurman at 147. So
with 10-ounce gloves, with 10-ounce
gloves, but he's still competitive with Keith Thurman, though. Remember, Keith Thurman is not the same.
Bro, that was not competitive. He lost.
Okay. I misspoke.
And the Ramirez Pedraza fight.
I misspoke on the competitive part, but he hung in there for with Keith Thurman, who's a big puncher.
Oh, I'll give you. And also Pedraza at 140. I mean, he has some good wins, but he's lost to 2 of the top 5 guys that he's fought in there. He got a box by Cepeda. Ramirez kind of schooled. I don't really think that fight was competitive because Ramirez pretty much like won most of the rounds. But like at 140, he has like Julian Rodriguez he beat. He stopped an undefeated prospect, and now he's fighting Comey. So if he loses to Comey, can you really say he had a good 140 run?
I think Pedraza is gonna beat Comey. That's just my opinion. But like I said, if you look at so you said he fought Ramirez. I thought that was a competitive fight. I don't think it was a one lopsided beat down. I think Ramirez clearly won. I think Ramirez clearly won, but it was a competitive fight. Like I said, he beat that kid, the Julian. I think it was Julian, whatever his name is.
I just think people in general, like in Clever, he's not here, but he's a big Tank fan, and I think maybe he just puts him on his pound for pound list because he's such a big fan of him. And I'm a boxing fan too. But I'm realistic with mine, bro. I can't put Gervonta Davis' name next to the Inouye and Canelo and Charlo and Spence and Crawford and Usyk. I can't put him in the same group with those guys. These guys are lineal, unified, undisputed. Like this dude Tank hasn't done none of that.
Yeah, but look at the ESPN pound for pound. They got Lomachenko in there. So you have Jermell Charlo, who's undisputed junior middleweight champion in one of the hottest division, and he can't get on the ESPN top pound for pound list, but Lomachenko's still there with 2 losses, right? And a guy who's inactive. A guy that what's he in the pound for pound for? I mean, fine, if you don't want to put Tank,
I don't got Loma in my top 10 either. I can't, as of right now, I can't justifiably put him in my top 10. No, although I do think both fighters are talented enough to be on it. It's just as of right now, Loma, his Nakatani and Comey wins were good wins, but they're not, something to be like, oh my god.
To be honest, like forget the loss. Don't you think they do pound for pound also on your accomplishments? Like if you're unified or once were lineal or like moved up in or like 4-weight division, you don't think they look into that? I think pound for pound is also accomplishments. Like you can be undefeated and be like a 2-time division champion, but like also like you never unified, you never got a lineal or a ring. Like shouldn't accomplishments that's part of the pound for pound list as well? Because like you can't compare someone that has a multiple titles in different weight classes compared to someone defeated with, you know, a 2 division champion that only has a couple good wins in the top 10. So it's like,
It is. I think it's a combination of all of that. But you also sometimes you have to not ignore it, but not give too much credit either, simply because one guy might have been with the right promotional team who had all the belts or whatever at the time. That doesn't prove who's better in ring. Does that make sense? It just so happens you might have had a deal with Top Rank who, you know, who had all the guys that had all the belts or whatever the case may be, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. Like you're saying, like how Devin Haney got the chance against Cambosos because he was on the right side of the street.
Right.
If Cambosos was with PBC, you saying he would have fought Tank, and Tank would have been the one who's undisputed.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been. I mean, it could have been. Really, I feel like there are some unified champions. I'll give you an example. I think Beterbiev has a better resume than Devin Haney. He's not undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
He's a unified champion,
but he's also lineal.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is in his division, like I'm not trying to discredit Haney because he did a lot to go overseas, right? And like, you know, the chips were stacked against him. Never in ring, but out of the ring. I felt like in ring it was always like, I mean, at least for me, I was like, oh, Devin Haney's gonna win.
Who did Beterbiev? Because that's another thing. Like Beterbiev was put on the pound for pound list after beating Joe Smith this weekend, right? Beating Joe Smith Jr., he was put on the and I'm just talking ESPN pound for pound list, right?
Yeah,
just for reference. He was just added to that list. So you're telling me off the Smith Jr. he should be on the list?
Technically, no, that's not why I have him on the list. I understand that a lot of people are now putting him on the list. I think that has more to do with, you know, him having 3 belts.
It's his dominance.
I was just gonna say that. Look how he dominated.
It's his dominance, bro. The man got 100%.
But who is he dominating though? Who is he dominating?
A world
Hostik is a
champion,
huge win, bro.
Vastic, okay. So Vastic, I agree. Vastic.
I got a question for you.
Hold on, Polo.
I think Vastic is the best win he has in the resume.
Better than anybody Devin Haney has beat. Yes or no?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Better than anybody Devin Haney has beat.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with your point. I agree with that.
And you got to take into consideration how he beat Joe Smith. It's just not that he beat Joe Smith.
Man, he beat the shit out of him. That was a ass beating on TV, bro.
Listen,
to be fair, I was never really high on Joe Smith, so I mean, I expect?
I knew he was gonna do that to Joe Smith. It's just that, hey man, it's a champion, so I give you credit.
Second round though.
That fast?
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like an expected outcome. We knew what the outcome was going to be. You know what I'm saying? We knew that Joe Smith was going to get sent to hell. Now,
but another reason. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. Do you guys think that Bevo got the same credit for beating Smith than Beterbiev just did?
No. Smith ain't have a belt.
Yeah, that's the only difference. He didn't have a belt, and to be honest, look how he did it though. Bibble just like beat him to a UD.
Yeah,
Beterbiev actually stopped him.
That's because Bibble's a master at like chess and shit, man. Sweet science.
Look how Beterbiev did it, bro. You're beating a guy that's top 5, like
hey man, Beterbiev don't even look like he be loading up on his punches, man. He just be throwing them shits and they look like they hurt.
His style was tailor-made, but I mean, like he just knocked out a top 3 champion in 2 rounds, so I feel like he should be on the pound for pound. Maybe at number 10, but not like top 5, but number 10 for sure. I do put him on my pound for pound list.
Damn, Polo, imagine Zerto in there with Beterbiev, bro.
Bro, you want Zerto to die?
Zurdo, listen, I think Zurdo, I want to see Zurdo versus Bevo. That's a fight that should be made right there on the zone. That's on the zone.
Yo, listen.
Number 1 WBA rank.
Hey, listen to this. It says if Tank loses rounds to listen, what pound for pound fighter loses rounds to Rolly Romero? You see that comment, Broadway?
Yeah, but here's what you gotta understand, Polo. Rolly is
I still feel like you guys are.
But hear me out. Rolly's somebody that has power, right? You can't. I understand that, but you can't just go in there and brawl with Rolly, right? Because he could get lucky and catch you with some shit that's gonna hurt you. Now, we were talking about size. Size matters, right? Rolly's a big fucking 135 pounder. right? And he
Despite
has
what
power.
I might say, matters.
So you can't just go in there and try to brawl with him. You have to box with him. You got to move. You got to let him get comfortable, which is exactly what Tank did. Tank let him get comfortable, let him think he was doing something, and as soon as Tank fucking hit him with the first counter shot, there he went.
You know what's crazy, Ari?
And I'm not gonna criticize him.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Tank didn't even sit on his punch, bro. He just set. I feel like Tank was always gonna set him up. I feel like Tank was just waiting for the perfect moment. He was timing him. I don't think. Why didn't he get him earlier? Because he couldn't time him correctly. But as soon as he got him, he didn't even sit on his punch, and you saw that what his punch did. Like when he got him,
it was quick. It was a quick counter left. It wasn't even. Yeah, he didn't sit on it because if you look at it, Tank was against the ropes when he threw that shot, so he didn't even sit on it.
If he would have sat on it, Rolly would have been.
Is that you, Ari?
Knocked out.
Yeah, I'm here. Who's that?
That's clever.
That's Steph B. That's clever.
Yo, it was good, man.
Well, hey, I see you repping that Tank, baby. They were getting on my ass a little earlier.
Listen. I love Tank. I love Tank. I think Tank is one of the most exciting fighters in boxing right now.
He is.
But I do want to see
him.
I do want to see him versus Michelle Rivera, though.
I do too. I do
want to see him versus Michelle Rivera.
Shout out to the Dominicans, right?
Hey, we gotta support the Dominicans. If we don't do it, who's gonna do it for us?
Yes, sir.
No Dominicans stand on this channel. No Dominicans.
No. I was repping y'all. I see y'all.
Matias beats the shit out of Elvis Rodriguez, by the way. I just want to get that out the way.
Hold on. I'm about to remove Michael.
Yeah, remove Michael. He's been throwing shit. Hey, but Broadway, they're not gonna do a fight, bro. That's too dangerous. They're gonna do a Rolly versus Tank #2 or Mario Barrios rematch.
What was that? They're gonna do a Rolly versus what?
Tank #2 or Tank versus Mario Barrios. That's too of a dangerous fight for them. He can't be in his prime.
The thing is, Tank got to step up his level of competition, man. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand.
Will you be happy if he fights Michelle Rivera? Because I think that's a legit opponent.
It's a legit opponent. Undefeated.
Prime in his prime.
Yeah. And a legit prospect. Well, I don't. He's probably not a prospect now, but a guy who was a legit prospect, a guy who a lot of people are high on. So that I would consider that a decent win, but to be honest, that win still doesn't necessarily move the needle for me in terms of pound for pound.
No, I'll give him credit because he is undefeated and he's in his prime.
So who would he have to beat for you to put him on the pound for pound list?
Loma. Tafimo, if he goes up and fights Tafimo, like he has to fight a guy that's a former world champion. But to be fair, bro, Michael Rivera would be a good win, but it's like I don't even think they'll take that fight.
We'll see. Michelle Rivera saying that he's gonna be the mandatory and this and that.
I really thought it was gonna be just Corrales, bro. The way they're moving, I feel like it was gonna be Corrales. If you check the rankings, I told you he was #2.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. All right, so let's go down the line. Who do you guys want to see realistically and fight next? Polo, who do you want to see him fight next?
Tafimo. Like after he gets a victory.
What about you, Freddie?
Michelle Rivera.
Ari.
Michelle Rivera.
Michael.
Shakur.
Oh, okay.
He said realistically.
Yeah, that's the key word.
Yeah, well, it's Polo, bro. It's Polo. You gotta give him a pass.
Hey! Is this the same Freddie that said we're gonna see something special in the Rolly fight update? I didn't see nothing special, bro. I saw what everybody expected. I didn't see. You know what I
think? I think that win for Gervonta is gonna age really well, but it's too early. It's too early for other people to acknowledge it. Go ahead.
I don't know, man. I saw some research pulled out.
Hold on, Polo. I'm trying to go down the line. Clever.
My bad. Yeah.
Who do you want to fight next?
I like Loma. I would like to see that, but I also, man, someone said Shakur just moments, but I think Shakur going to clean out his side of the street, and then once he moves up to 35, that's what we'll all be calling for. But yes, Loma.
That'd be a good fight. Assistant coach AJ, who do you want to see Tank fight next?
Haney.
How about you, Coach Frankie?
Yeah, Haney. I was about to say that. See who is the best 135 pounder.
All right. See, a lot of these fights don't seem makeable. Shakur, Loma, Haney. Those fights are the only one that seems realistic is the Michelle Rivera one.
But Broadway, if those guys who we all mentioned want to get a paycheck, guess who they got to go to? Guess what street they got to cross to go get some money?
Devin Haney making $3 million a fight. What are you
Devin
saying?
Haney is wait. Devin Haney just got done playing the B-side to Kambosos. That's why he had to sign with Bob to get those belts and fights.
$3 million. He got $3 million.
Hey,
but that was due to the Australian market. He's not going to get that in America.
No, hold on. When he was on the zone, he was making $3 million as well. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that was the zone overpaying, bro. Why do you think he left the zone?
All right, so he's been making $3 million for his last 7-8 fights, and now you guys want to say he's not making money? What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't say that. No one said that, Broadway.
No, you saying that in order for him to get a big paycheck, he has to go to Tank. That's not true.
Yes, you don't believe that? You don't think that?
He just made $3 million in his last.
Yeah, but
fight.
you know what it is. You know what it is. But look, like Broadway was saying,
Haney
Haney has been making good money since he signed with the Zone with Eddie Hearn. Whether he's been overpaid or not, he's been making good money.
Yeah,
right. And the deal that they did, the 3-fight deal they did with with Top Rank and Lou DiBella to get that Kambosos fight, they made a good deal, and we see it's paying off, right? He became undisputed, and his TV ratings, the ratings that they did were pretty good, and I think that he'll get the Top Rank machine behind him.
Show's boring.
But listen. Well, look, like I said, he has a team behind him now that's really going to push him, right? So,
but they're not going to pay him.
And being affiliated with Top Rank, he's going to get favorable media coverage as well. So,
but they're not going to pay him.
It is a random.
Just paid him though $3 million. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but because they have that money from the Australian market is what I'm trying. Because Kambosos made $10 million.
Yeah. Yes, his next fight. He only has 2 more fights with Top Rank. He has the rematch with Kambosos and then 1 more fight.
Yeah, if he's smart, he'll leave, bro. Because I think we can all agree that they're like the cheapest promoter, right?
So come on a PPC.
No, actually,
take that B-side.
The promoter that pays the fighters the least is actually Golden Boy Promotion.
Probably, yeah.
And
Probably.
it's been documented. It's been documented that they share the least portion of whatever revenue they get with their fighters.
Yeah, but I think for a platform as big as Top Rank, because I think they're like the best promoter. However, they're not the highest paying promoter.
That's fair.
But you get a lot of exposure.
Hey, all I know is Bam Bam is
I don't want to argue that, but I'm just like, man, it was like GTB and Mayweather. I mean, think about it. Everything Leonard has ever touched turned to gold, dude.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Here's the thing. I think
yes, it is.
I think Top Rank is probably one of the best promoters building up fighters.
Yes.
Building
and
up,
then leave and go to PBC.
Clever. Was E.C. Smith
What's up?
Was Luis Arias?
Wait, say that again. Wait. Start over again, Polo. My bad.
You said Leonard Ella
everything
touches the gold. I'm like, was E.C. Smith gold? Was Luis Arias gold?
Was who gold?
Luis Arias. Richardson Hitchens, like who else besides?
No, guys, hang on. I'm talking about their big time product. Obviously,
you talking about 2 fighters. No, you talking about 2 fighters.
They only got Tank that they ever did it.
Right. Everyone's got 1 guy or 2 guys.
No, that's not true.
What are we saying?
That's not true,
bro. That's not true. What are you talking about? Look at all the promoters.
All Eddie's got is Canelo.
Canelo
that's his big.
Oh yeah, what about AJ?
Oh my God, Joshua. Okay, bro, 2. That's all he's got.
He got the biggest European pay-per-view star. He got the biggest pay-per-view star in Asia. Both of them. He got the biggest star in North America. What are you talking about?
Who's that Euro guy you're talking?
Joshua
AJ.
and Canelo. Joshua was in Europe, and Canelo's
Joshua
in
is
North America.
British.
Bro, but they sell it to Europe. Tank can't even crack
No, he's
$300,000
British.
pay-per-view. Bro,
Ugh.
no, he's Europe. He's British, but Europe.
Yeah, that's
It's
Europe.
content
Bro.
Europe. Right, you know your content.
All right,
You just pay
fine. If
attention
y'all want to
to
count that, fine, cool.
What do you mean? What accounted? England is part of
Europe.
Europe,
Bro, he got Triple G's Asia. He got the and he had Murata. The Murata, he had the Asian pay-per-view star on his platform fighting one of his fighters. Murata does numbers in Japan. What are you talking about?
I don't want to. Freddie, you want to jump in on that, Freddie?
No, I don't.
This dude said Murata. Oh
no, Murata's not a star, man.
No, Murata is a big star in Japan. Which is why Triple G went to Japan because
dude,
what else
who was Murata before that, and who is Murata after that?
No, Murata's a big star in Japan.
In Japan.
But that's his point. Asia. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand.
You're making his point.
Bro, you have your pom-poms for Leonard Ellaby.
All I know is that PBC, Showtime, Leonard, Mayweather Promotions, they're doing just fine. And for about as long as they've been in business, jokers like you been saying they're not good. So if they weren't good, I don't think they'd be on the telly.
A promotional company with one popular fighter is doing just fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Can you name one other?
There ain't no sunshine with Tank's going, man.
I'm curious.
Right. That's what Eddie
Can you name one other one? Clever.
Well, I'm sorry, I was listening to him. What that in part,
Can you name one other fighter on Mayweather Promotions other than Tank?
I can, but they're not worth a damn.
Okay.
I mean, we're not arguing that.
I'm making my point. All right, thank you.
I'm not arguing that. I didn't even say that they were. I was talking about his cash cows.
He touches his gold.
Yes, it is.
Bro, Richardson.
And you can't name one other fighter other than Tank.
Bro, Richardson
talking about the event, dude.
Tank are the only one you're touching?
Richardson's a good fighter, but he can't
I'm talking about the event. Freddie, do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
I don't necessarily agree with you because I disagree with the Mayweather Promotions aspect. The real promoter, let's keep it real. The real promoter is PBC.
That's what I mean.
They have gold. Mayweather Promotions does not. They have Gervonta Davis.
Exactly.
Well, that's you guys know what I mean.
Bro,
they're all hand in hand.
Listen, a guy that was with Mayweather Promotions, I'm not gonna say his name, told us,
dude,
that
come on, man,
That's
trivial. No, it's trivial. Oh my gosh, I want to talk about the big stuff, not that little stuff. Come on, man.
He's basically said it. Mayweather fighters are basically B-side to El Henry fighters. Look at all the fighters.
Well, let me clarify again. Let me clarify so you'll understand this. Like Freddie just said, they're all in conjunction under that one umbrella. Okay?
I don't know, man.
They seem to be doing fine. They seem to be popping this and popping that.
You beat a world champion. You should be entitled because you're not off for 3 years. All I know is you beat a champion. That guy goes on to fight for a title. You should at least fight for a title.
Polo, do you think any current lightweights can really, like the top guys, the top echelon guys, who's going to really who would beat Tank? For sure. Like you put your money down. I
think Lomachenko can beat him. I think who else? There's a couple guys I think that can beat him. I think Michelle Rivera could beat him.
Oh, stop. But sure.
Guys, I actually got to run. But I appreciate this. I had a lot of fun. Freddie from Box Talk 101. Type that in. Hold on, let me screen it.
I want to get that.
Hey, Freddie.
I want to follow you too, Freddie.
Hey, Freddie, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to see what you were telling me to watch out for, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. To watch out for what?
You said Rolly
he just says stuff, dude. He just says stuff.
No, because he said, check out. He's gonna do something special. I'm still waiting.
What?
All right, guys. Hit that subscribe button, Box Talk 101. He posts a lot
Freddie,
of
what's your Twitter?
Same. Box Talk 101.
Box Talk.
Right, I got you.
Right here.
Got you, sir.
Go hit that subscribe button. He's another content creator. He's actually the first person who invited me on their podcast. So he definitely has that on his resume. The voice of Dominican boxing was the first. He was the one who had him on his podcast first before anybody. So definitely go hit that subscribe button on his channel. Go Follow him on Twitter, and also follow my guys Polo. Oh, hold on, let me shout out y'all Twitter, man, before I go out.
Broadway, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for letting me come on.
Nah, man. You know,
Polo, I'll see you around.
bro.
Hey, but you know what's awesome about shit like this, bro? Is it makes for good content, you know?
Oh, hell yeah. This is Polo. This is Polo's Twitter, Polo Torres 9821. And then Clever is, hold on.
Box Talk 101. I got you, baby.
At Stepfan_Brown. That's STEPFAN _Brown. Go follow these guys. Definitely, they're very active on Twitter. And they always have a good opinion and stuff like that.
Yo, Freddie, I saw you on
when Clever Talks Tank.
What?
Yeah, when he praised.
By the way, you think you're funny, dog.
Hey, Freddie, I saw you in one of the Showtime videos. You were holding the bell after the match was over, in the for the elevator. That was you?
I mean, yeah, I had after the fight. Yeah, I had his belt after the fight.
Oh, he said you came out on Showtime.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it.
No, I saw you. That's why I was like, "Don't worry, bro. I had a fight party. I was telling my homies, look, this guy's gonna win rounds." And they're like, "Yo, holy shit, that guy was beating Tank. He made a good counter of himself."
I'm telling you, man, that win's gonna age well. That win's gonna age well.
You know, I'm just talking shit to you because you were like, "Bro, I put money down. I mean, it's money that I lost."
I did, bro. I put a lot of money.
I
people.
I gotta go. I'll catch you guys. Peace.
Peace out, Joe.